Didn't really expect it. We're all still in a state of shock.
The girl's cousin says the mirror was not properly secured.
It was secured by one screw.
Payless issued a statement saying it's working with authorities. These types of accidents are more common in the home and often occur when children climb on furniture. Last year, a mother in Utah posted this video of her sons bringing down a dresser. Luckily, one brother was able to free the other. The boys weren't hurt, but in many cases, the results can be tragic.
Unfortunately, on average, a child can die every 10 days or so with a tip-over accident.
Anne-Marie Burkle from the Consumer Product Safety Commission says from 2000 to 2016, 431 children were killed in tip-over accidents.
We encourage parents to go room by room and assess and see whether or not there's any hazard in that room.
A simple anchoring device can prevent a tip-over. New furniture often comes with one, or they can be purchased separately. You should also remove TVs from the tops of dressers, along with any tempting items that might encourage kids to climb. Simple steps that can prevent a tragedy. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Terrifying video.
Really gets to the point, doesn't it? You got to anchor those things down and take all precautions.
I have a toddler at home and I'm ready to go back, go through the house one more time and make sure, because I'm sure there are other pieces. As you just heard, most new furniture does come with those safety anchors that will tether those items to the wall.
Yeah, for older furniture you can usually find safety tethers in the baby department of a hardware store, or you can just ask about something to tether that furniture to the wall.
Something you really don't think about that you have to do to protect your house.
And seeing those kids climb, I can see it happening just like that. That's what
they don't understand physics yet.
No.
They don't understand
Exploring.
tumbling down.
All right, well, it is a Friday. We're looking forward to the weekend, but it sounds like we really need to just take advantage of today.
It's going to be really nice today, all things considered.
That's right. Today is going to be really nice. Take a look at our day planner today. Starting out pretty chilly in the 20s, but temperatures are going to warm up to the mid-40s. I do want to give you a look at what we're expecting for this weekend. So this morning, starting out pretty chilly, warming up to the 40s. By tonight, we'll see more clouds build into the area. Temperatures drop back down into the 30s. And overnight tonight, a chance for a wintry mix redevelops, especially for portions of Southwest Virginia. There is a winter weather advisory that goes into effect there from 7 p.m. until 7 a.m. tomorrow. Some of those locations could see 1 to 2 inches of snow. After that, we're looking at scattered showers throughout the course of the day tomorrow. Then the potential for another wintry mix on Sunday. Rain more likely for the daytime hours Sunday, so you'll need your umbrella during the day. And then during the evening hours Sunday into Monday, you might want to break out those gloves. We're going to keep our eyes on that.
Okay, so we could get some snow on Monday.
It does look like there's the possibility for some snow Sunday night into Monday. It all depends on where that low pressure system tracks. If it stays farther to our south, we stay dry. If it has a little more of a northerly track, you might come in here Monday morning and see a nice little snow dusting, or maybe even a little more on the ground.
It sounds like we're going to be tuning into you this weekend to figure out exactly where that track goes and what it means for us.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a busy weekend here in the Weather Center.
Never a dull moment.
No. We said maybe one more snow, one more opportunity to get out there and do a little sledding, and then we're done, right? Then we're done.
Then I'll try.
That's the deal, right,
I'll send the
Victoria?
note to the atmosphere and let them know.
Said that was it. All right, thank you, Victoria. 5:33, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
saying it's a 2-shot.
Taking a look at what is happening around the region this weekend, don't forget to change your clocks for daylight savings time. It begins this Sunday at 2 a.m., so spring your clocks forward 1 hour before you go to bed on Saturday. Local fire departments also want to remind you that daylight savings time is a great reminder to check your smoke alarms. Make sure those are working. On Saturday, grab the family and head out to support local food truck businesses. You have 2 chances to do so. First, the mall at Johnson City is hosting a food truck junction that's happening in the Sears parking lot from noon until 7. And over at Founders Park, many local trucks will be set up for the Spring Food Truck Rally. That's happening rain or shine from 4 p.m. until 9. The Greenville Kiwanis Club is holding its 36th annual Country Capers production starting today. This year's show will feature some of the club's favorite country-themed skits from years past. The family-friendly show starts at 7 p.m. both tonight and tomorrow in the Annie Hogan Bird Auditorium at Tusculum College. Admission is $10. Today, the Gate City Blue Devils will face off against Robert E. Lee Stanton in the state final in Richmond. The community gave them a big send-off yesterday. The Blue Devils are 0-4 in school history in championship games. The last time they were in the finals was 2013. One of their players, Matt McClung, is only 17 points away from breaking a state record. If he can beat it, he will become the all-time career scorer in Virginia State history.
All kinds of things to look at as the Blue Devils head north to the state tournament.
Yeah, I have a little bit of a soft spot for Stanton. Went to school there.
Okay.
Have a lot of friends that went to Robert E. Lee, but of course, I'm with the Blue Devils.
Oh, that's right. Right now, you're with Gate City. Also want to say East Side. Let's see, Y Central also in the state playoffs. And the Unaco women won for the first time ever in school history yesterday.
Very cool. Congrats.
Coming up, that's just a little bit of what you're covering today. We got you running all over the place. What's coming now at the Right Now desk?
Yeah, I'm tracking Right Now News, and I actually have an update out of Nashville where that former security head for the former Nashville mayor, well, he's actually going to be pulling his service pension. So I'll tell you how much he's going to get coming up after the break.
Plus, Victoria gives us another look at the forecast. Coming up.
Right Now News, brought to you by Toyota.
The former head of security for Nashville's former mayor will be getting his service pension while also paying restitution to the city. Rob Forrest retired from the Nashville Police Department in January after more than 30 years of service. That, of course, came after it came out that he had an affair with former Nashville Mayor Megan Barry. Now, Forrest is set to get a pension from the police department, roughly $6,000 a month, but he also has to pay $45,000 to the city of Nashville after pleading guilty to theft over $10,000. That restitution covers his salary and overtime payments he received when he was not performing official duties as Barry's chief security officer.
Now, Storm Team 11 meteorologist Victoria Cavalieri.
Good morning. We're seeing some chilly temperature readings this morning in the 20s. Right now, as we take a live look over Bristol at our Foundation Event Facility camera, pretty quiet out there this morning. We did see a few scattered snow flurries, especially in portions of southwest Virginia near Wise and Grundy earlier this morning. Still seeing a few near Bluefield, but overall, today is going to be a dry day. We're looking at temperatures warming up, but it's going to be short-lived. Take a look at what we're expecting this evening. A winter weather advisory in effect for portions of southwest Virginia and eastern Kentucky. That goes into effect 7 p.m. tonight and extends through 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. We are going to see a wintry mix move through the area overnight tonight and into tomorrow. These locations do have the potential to pick up 1 to 2 inches of snowfall by tomorrow morning. You could even see some locally higher amounts, but here in the Tri-Cities, it's looking less than about a dusting to maybe up to a ½ an inch. Overall, pretty minor impacts in the Tri-Cities with this system. Take a look at our temperature readings: 22 in Boone, 23 in Wise, 29 at Tri-Cities Airport. Highs today are going to be in the 40s, but some locations in the higher elevations stuck in the 30s today. The good news, more sunshine for your day today. Take a look. We're not seeing too many clouds during the daytime hours today, but more clouds will build in for the afternoon and this evening. That wintry mix starts during the overnight hours. You can see it right there, the potential for some scattered snow showers. Still continuing into tomorrow morning, eventually making that transition over to all rain. Scattered showers for the daytime tomorrow, then another system heads our way for Sunday. It's a low pressure system that's going to track into our area. That's going to give us the chance for a wintry mix early Sunday, turning over to rain as well. Then we're going to keep our eyes on Sunday night into Monday. There is the potential for us to see some more scattered snow showers, and especially in the Tri-Cities as well. We'll keep our eyes on that. Accumulation at this point looks to be light, but we're going to keep tracking that for you. Today's high, though, 46 degrees, a mix of sun and clouds. Still seeing some gusty winds today as well, dropping down to 30 for this evening. Southwest Virginia especially affected by that wintry mix overnight tonight and into your day tomorrow. Tomorrow's high at 53. Here's a quick look at that 7-day forecast. Temperatures do warm back up into the 40s by the time we get to next week. Still holding on to the chance for a few more flurries Tuesday and Wednesday. For now, we'll give it back to Amy and Casey at the desk.
Thank you very much, Victoria.
Well, today, Tri-City students are honoring a young man killed in the line of duty.
Yeah, Allie Hines joins us to tell us how Elizabethton High School students are keeping Todd McKeon's memory alive after he died in the Waco siege 25 years ago. Good morning, Allie.
And Casey, yes, the world watched in 1993 on live TV as federal agents sieged the compound of the Branch Davidians in Waco, Texas. More than 70 church members and 4 ATF members died in the 51-day standoff. One of the ATF agents who died is Todd McKeon, an Elizabethton native in his 20s at the time of his death. To mark the 25th year since the event, a group of students from Elizabethton High School is honoring him today with a special ceremony.
So that's how that he stays alive here with us, is by talking about his memory, because if you just forget all that stuff, then it's like you're forgetting him, and we never want that to happen.
His niece, Carly McKeon, who you just heard from, is a senior at Elizabethton High School. She says she's touched her classmates have organized this event for her uncle. She says though she never got to meet him, her family has made sure to pass down his memory, always telling stories and remembering the great man that her uncle Todd McKeon was. The event today is for family and friends of McKeon. His brother will speak, as well as an ATF agent who worked alongside him in Waco.
Well, it is that time of the week again, one of our favorite days. It's Friday.
And one of our favorite segments as we take a look back.
And this week it's about everything from a very vocal eagle to a world upside down. Here's a look at our week in review.
She's talking.
She is.
You know what she's saying? Casey, you're being way too loud.
You're not the first one, Mama Eagle, to say that. Picture the manager over there in the UK opening the box and can he see? But no, we needed gravy.
What, now we got our chicken, but we don't have any gravy?
I mean, what's going on?
Guess what, folks? It's National Oreo Day. Oreo turns 106 today, so just a little older than Casey.
Hey, did you cut one?
Wonder if the giraffes are early risers.
When they get that bright light, Ted's big camera light, they'll be like, what? Hey, it'll be like that eagle over at ETSU. It'll be like, just get out of here.
You're not adorable? Give me a kiss. Give me one. Come
Does
on,
it
come on,
get
come on, come on.
better than baby penguins?
Oh, I do like your piece because it goes with the penguin.
Now we're cooking.
Peter Penguin. Paula
Penguin.
All right.
And Pam Penguin. I mean it.
You gonna make us breakfast a little later?
You don't want that.
He's gonna make those pancakes. Do you remember that time when he
Oh,
tried to?
I got that pancake
So
flipped.
I think we'll go to
That was-
McDonald's.
That was the day that
Right
it was
there.
all flipped out that day. Looks like Mama's waking up, so I'm gonna be really quiet here.
She is up. She's looking around. She's not talking to us yet, though, like
No.
she was 24 hours
Couldn't
ago.
tell if she was hungry or just getting
Mad.
up on the wrong side of the nest or what yesterday.
And you might have heard of mansplain. Have you heard that? You're gonna mansplain it to me?
That one is one of my favorites.
So that's defined as explaining something to a woman in a condescending way. Don't do that.
No, women hate that.
And I cannot wait now to play my next game of Scrabble, right?
Pull some of those out.
Yeah.
When they say that is not a word. Oh, yes, let me get out my new version.
Yes.
I need Flippy on my back porch, and that'll just cut that middleman out, and I can sit out there with, and I'll leave my left hand free and to
then-
watch the sunset.
Exactly what? To watch the sunset. Yeah. Okay. Flippy, it gets smarter the more burgers he flips. So after he's worked for you for a few years, he'll get to know your taste.
Okay.
He'll know how you want your burger.
Jeremy worried his burger wouldn't be cooked to perfection.
He'll make sure Flippy gets the job done right. As we look at the week in review, two things stand out. We like food, and we like animals.
Love animals. How cute. And we're still waiting for the eggs to hatch. Just still up there
Any
in
day
the
now.
nest. Yeah.
We want to laugh about the weather, but
But
there's
it's
just nothing to smile about.
There is. It's going to be a nice day today. Look short term. Do the Casey forecast. Today's going to be good. After that, well, after
Better than
that,
those
we'll see.
Casey pancakes I tried whipping up for you too.
That was so bad. And he said it was,
It was
all in
good.
the pan. He said the pan was the
It
problem.
wasn't. Yeah, the
fighting
heat wasn't
this
evenly
for months.
distributed. That's
Never
what I'm
gonna live
going
it down.
with. That's a man plane right there.
Yeah.
I'll have more on the full forecast and show you what we're looking at for the weekend in a few minutes.
Storm Team 11 meteorologist Victoria Cavalieri.
Good morning. Right now we're seeing some chilly temperature readings in the 20s. We also have been seeing a few scattered snow flurries in portions of southwest Virginia and eastern Kentucky, but that wet weather is starting to die down. Today is going to be a nice day. Sunshine returns to our forecast, a warmer high at 46 degrees. But this evening we are watching another wintry mix. There is a 50% chance to see a mix of rain and snow showers. Southwest Virginia especially will be affected by this system overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. A winter weather advisory goes into effect there at 7 p.m. Temperatures stay pretty chilly tonight in the 30s. Take a look at your forecast for tomorrow. Not a washout tomorrow, but we are watching the chance for a wintry mix in the morning, turning over to scattered rain showers. We could dry out a little bit during the afternoon. Our high tomorrow at 53, but there is another rain chance headed our way for Sunday. You'll notice that for Sunday, there is a 70% chance for scattered showers. We are looking at the potential for some more wintry weather headed our way for Monday as well. We'll have more news and weather during our 6 o'clock hour.